A wise person once wrote, "Give me 273 types of potato chips to choose from, and I'll keep feeling like I'm a free person in a free world." I love potato chips, so I did give this a bit of thought, like, I'm pretty sure our ancestors and even emperors and kings who were in power in the past would have killed for some horseradish and cheddar flavored chips, or perhaps some orange juice and toothpaste flavored Doritos. What a time we live in then to have such things, not only to choose from, but choices to make. But are we really making them? No, we're not. There's your answer. Good night, folks. Well, okay, not quite. You see, this isn't about potato chips. It's about everything. The way modern consumerism inflates our sense of agency. How the appearance of choice gets mistaken for actual freedom. The endless scroll, the paradox of options, the flanker upon 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 flanker. Do more choices lead to more fulfillment? Spoiler alert, they don't. Barry Schwartz actually wrote a whole book about it. The paradox of choice. The more options we have, the more paralyzed we become. The less satisfied we are with what we end up choosing. It's like every decision carries with it the ghost of 272 other options that we didn't go with. Anxiety, regret, FOMO, it's all baked into the modern marketplace. Now let's talk fragrance. There are thousands upon thousands of perfumes, new launches every week, limited editions, discontinued legends, flankers of flankers upon... Yeah. People spend years building a perfect collection. Yes, thank you. Wear action. Thank you. A perfect wear action. A signature scent. Gucci's Pour Homme 1. It's so me. A date night fragrance. Tuxedo by Yves Saint Laurent. It was this empty when I bought it. I swear. A freshie. Bulgari's Man Extreme. This one's so good. A beast mode. King Blue by Amouage. This binds itself to your DNA. An office-safe one. Midsummer Dream by Roger. Smells competent, trustworthy, and accomplished. Something dark and brooding. Dior Homme Parfum. Oh no, wait, not this one. Not this one. Dior Homme Parfum. Yeah, that's better. If James Bond was a vampire in a bikie gang. That's pretty badass, actually. Yeah. Something sunny and hopeful. Anucci, Pour Homme. But then again, are we choosing these fragrances? Or are we being nudged, influenced, guided by marketing, by scarcity, by community hype, by the idea that the one that you can't have is the one that smells better? That the one that's harder to find must be more beautiful? This is not choice. This is curated desire. When you sniff a designer mainstream fragrance and dismiss it because everybody wears it, is that your nose talking or your ego? When you blind buy a $500 niche scent that you've never smelled because a few people on YouTube said it's the hidden gem of the century, are you really choosing, or are you outsourcing your identity? Freedom, if it exists at all, must exist in our ability to resist that programming. We should be able to just smell a thing, just smell it, and say, I like this. Not, I should like this. Not, I paid too much to not like this. Not, this is a mass appealing fragrance, therefore it's beneath me. Just, I like this. This is called smelling honestly, choosing honestly. But here's the lie. You are in control. You are making your own decisions. You are a free agent in a free world. That's what they, whoever they are, want you to believe, because that's the prettiest illusion of them all. Freedom, dressed in the drag of endless variety. Sachet, chante. And you feel it, don't you? That moment standing in front of a wall of fragrances or scrolling through 10,000 options online. So many scents, so many possibilities. This must be freedom. This must be autonomy. This must be what power smells like. But it's not. It's distraction. It's theater. It's theater because choice isn't always real. Sometimes it's a simulation of agency. It's a way to keep you entertained while you're gently ushered towards the same 5 outcomes everyone else is funneled into. Think about it. When you're offered 273 different types of fragrance, but they're all built on the same template, a sweet top, a woodsy dry down, and a bottle shaped like a monument to hypermasculinity. What are you really choosing? Is it really a choice as every path you take was designed for you by someone else? Modern choice is like walking into a maze that's been constructed to make you feel like you're exploring, when really you're being herded. You were never outside the maze to begin with. You were never holding the map. That's the illusion. This isn't just about fragrance. This is about modern life, about curated identities, manufactured desire, algorithms predicting what you'll crave before you'll crave it, and nudging you towards it until you believe it was your idea. Even rebellion is packaged now. Even individuality is trend-based. You want to be different? So does everyone else. There's a whole market for that. There's a product for that. There's a fragrance for that. You want a $300 bottle that smells like whetstones and loneliness for the man who refuses to conform, just like everyone else who bought it? And yet we tell ourselves, I picked this. This is me. But is it? Or is it just the illusion of you, the version of yourself that you were sold and then convinced yourself that you built it? That's the terrifying thing about illusions. They work best when you want to believe in them. Because they flatter you. They give you the sense that you're not like the others, that you've chosen well, that your taste is refined, your palate is elevated, your identity earned. But maybe what you've earned is just a better disguise. And so what do we do? What do we do? We wake up. We wake up slowly, brutally. We peel back the curtain, one layer at a time. Lots of curtains to peel back, by the way. Lots of curtains, we've got to peel them back. We notice the architecture of influence. We smell something and we don't ask, is this hyped? We ask, is this true? Because that's the real test. Not what's rare, not what's niche, not what's hard to get, but what's real. What resonates with you? What holds up when no one is looking or no one is smelling? And that's the antidote to the illusion. Awareness. Because the truth is this: choice is meaningless without awareness, and desire is never truly free. It's shaped, it's carved, it's manufactured. We live in a world drunk on the idea of choice. Shelves overflow, algorithms anticipate, menus stretch for miles. We scroll, we swipe, we curate, and we're told that this is what it means to be free. That the more options we have, the more empowered we are. But freedom isn't found in having 500 fragrances to choose from, or 273 potato chip flavors, or 37 kinds of oat milk. Although 273 potato chip flavors would be pretty awesome, and I would eat them all, except salt and vinegar. That shit can go to hell. Anyway, freedom isn't in the having, it's in the seeing. And most of us can't see a thing. Freedom is found in knowing why we want what we want. And the raw truth is this: most of us don't know. We don't know. We think we're choosing, but most of the time we're reacting. We're reacting to advertising, to scarcity, to status, to trend. We're reacting to a culture that tells us our value is reflected in our taste, our identity built from things that we acquire, we wear, we consume. We've mistaken noise for abundance. We've mistaken stimulation for agency. And we've mistaken consumption for identity. We've mistaken choice for freedom. But choice without awareness is just noise wearing a mask. We collect bottles, we buy for the hype, we crave what's hard to get, not because it smells better, but because it lets us feel like we've won something. And we ignore what's in front of us. We ignore our own noses, our own instincts, because they don't align with the narrative we've absorbed. We tell ourselves we're expressing individuality when in fact we're performing it. We say we want freedom when what we really want is comfort with better lighting. We believe we're being original, but we've outsourced even our longing. That's not choice. That's compliance disguised as taste. That's not choice. That's just submission with prettier packaging. Socrates said, "The unexamined life is not worth living." Raffi says, "The unexamined choice isn't worth making." Take that, Socrates. And awareness, the deep, uncomfortable, liberating kind, is the only way out of this illusion. Awareness, however, is not passive. It's not a light switch. It's not a moment. It's a discipline, a practice, a friction. Awareness is born the moment you start asking, why? Why do I want this? Why does this smell matter to me? Why do I feel anxious walking out of a store empty-handed? Why do I dismiss common sense and worship the rare ones? Awareness begins as irritation. It's the itch you get when you realize the things you love might not be yours. They might be someone else's idea that you downloaded without checking the terms and conditions. It grows in the pause between impulse and action. It grows when you slow down enough to question what you're drawn to and why. It's born when you give yourself permission to love the so-called boring fragrance on the clearance shelf. It's when you trust your own skin over a stranger's hype, when you begin to smell for truth and not approval. Awareness requires practice and nurturing. Nurturing awareness means sitting with discomfort, like in the back of a Volkswagen Beetle. It means watching yourself want something and not moving. It means catching yourself mid-scroll and asking, what am I looking for right now? It means realizing that not everything that's desirable is good, and not everything that's familiar is lesser. It's learning to hear your own instincts beneath the roar of culture. It's refusing to be hypnotized by availability. It's recognizing that the most valuable things are often quiet. They don't scream to be noticed. They wait for you to notice yourself. And here's the rub. Awareness doesn't simplify your choices. It actually complicates them. It holds up a mirror and says, now choose again, smartass. Choose, not because it's trending or rare or elite, but because it is true to you. Because in the end, it's not the number of choices that matters. It's the clarity with which we make them.